Welcome back to the Twingo channel. It's been a little while since I've posted any videos. There's been quite a lot going on. I'm changing jobs at the moment and all sorts. So I thought I'd give a quick update on a few of the cars. Yep, the Twingo Gordini's gone and I've got the motorbike. Twiglet, the Mk1 Twingo, has had a few issues. I've recently put, I've seen some of my videos, new headlights on. And they're working absolutely brilliantly. Put Twiglet in for an MOT and unfortunately he failed. There was a few bits and pieces on there, so let's have a quick go through what was on the MOT sheet. Okay, so this is the failure sheet. So the first item, steering rack gaiter missing or no longer prevents the ingress of dirt. Basically one side of the steering rack gaiter on one side has just split and come off. It's a pretty simple job. I'm going to get both done on this side. I don't have time to do a lot of these things. I'm about to start a new job and I just don't have the time to really dive in on a video on these. So I've had to use a really good garage over in Oldham. Hang on. And it's called Lees Autos. Lees Autos, and I've been taking my cars to him when I can't do things for many years now. So first one, pretty much just basically some steering rack gaiter boots, and both are going to be replaced. Then we've got two brake pipe excessively corroded on the near side rear and offside rear lower. He showed me these are actually rusted, but they're not completely all the way through, but he couldn't let it go through. And so it basically needs two new pipes spliced in. The track rod end ball joints. I've already got these. I've got the wishbones and the track rod ends, and it came up on the MOT on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Lees Autos, and as I've written down there, is to replace the wishbones and the track rod ends, and also do the steering rack gaiter and the brake pipes, and also I'm going to ask him to do the rear brake cylinders and the pads. There's an imbalance on the driver's side, which is basically pulling and braking harder than the passenger side, and it makes the car twitch a little bit. So I've sort of said to him, look, let's just get the whole of the rear braking system working well. So this is really what the Mk1 Twingo is up to. I really wanted to bring the Twiglet down to the NEC for the show with all the others, but I really couldn't. It was too dangerous to drive the car with the rear brake cylinders, the rear brake pipes as they were. So yeah, unfortunately I couldn't make it this year with Twiglet. The Mk2 Twingo GT Gordini has had quite a few issues recently. It failed in its MOT, brake lines at the back again, a broken spring and a ball joint. And I took it to Lees Autos again. I'm just not got any time to get and do any wrenching right now. Took it to Lees Autos. He charged about 230 quid or something like that to fix it all. Really good value he is. Friend of mine, Mark, who had the Twingo Gordini, which I sold recently, helped me try and get the Twingo GT home, and we got out of the Lees Autos, got literally 6 minutes down the road, 8 minutes down the road, and the hydraulic clutch failed and dumped all of its hydraulic fluid on the floor and had no clutch. And so I had to bang shift the gearbox, start the car on the starter motor in gear and bounce off, and it was quite hard work, especially in Oldham traffic. The GT is currently back at Lees Autos, having a new clutch and the hydraulic bearing. So yeah, that car's given me a double whammy of problems. So I said most of my time is going to be focused on over the winter on getting Twiglet here as good as I can, because in March I'm actually taking Twiglet to Antwerp, over to Belgium. So I'm going to a big event there in March, and I'm going to be taking Twiglet. Myself and Mark are going to head over in that as well. So we're going to do a road trip over the Eurotunnel, and then the short hop and skip and jump from Calais to Antwerp. It's not very far at all. So yeah, it's going to do from north of England, Manchester, where I live here, all the way down to Calais, and then across, and so yeah, so it'll be back in its natural habitat, with left-hand drive everywhere. So that's going to be good fun. I think it's probably the first time this car's would have been back in that in France for about 4 or 5 years. The previous owner used to drive this car back and forth between London and Paris. So this car used to do it quite regularly, and it'd be nice to get it back. What I'm going to do is on another video is also show how the rear fog setup is done, because in the UK the rear fog light is a failure if it's not on the driver's side, on the right-hand driver's side, and unfortunately on this car it's fixed to the left. So I've had to adapt it and do things, and a friend who's got a Twingo has actually asked for how to do this, and so I'm going to do it on the next video. So yeah, that's the quick update. As a shame I couldn't get to the NEC and do things there. So, but yeah, it was just not safe driving this thing with 2 rear brake light pipes corroded. If they popped, like you got like was it 800,000 psi worth of pressure inside those brake lines? Yeah, I just don't really want to break down or dump all of its fluid everywhere and can't stop, you know, especially if both decide to go at the same time. So both circuits, then I'd lose all braking. So yeah, the MOT on this runs out 12th of December, something like that. The MOT on the GT has already run out, but again, that will be fixed and done, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks I'll have the GT back. I have been using the daily driver Twingo, the Twingo RS. I'll just flip you around now. Yeah, so I've been using that, so I'm down to 1 car. Both other cars are now sort of in repair. And it's great to have that back out again. It sat for months and months not doing much, and now I'm using it every day. So it's nice to use it again. Thanks for watching. Look out for the next video, which will be the rear fog lights. I'll probably get that out pretty much today as well. And see you on the next video.